The Temple of Taffeh stands as one of the small but deeply important monuments of ancient Nubia. Built from warm sandstone, it belongs to a landscape shaped by the Nile, by desert roots, by sacred tradition, and by the long reach of empire. At first glance, the structure appears simple: columns and entrance, inner rooms and weathered stone. But simplicity can be misleading. This temple is a record of contact, a meeting point between Egypt, Nubia, and Rome.
The Temple of Taffeh dates to the Roman period in Egypt, but its architectural language is Egyptian. That combination is essential to understanding it.
Rome held political power, but the sacred form remained Egyptian.
The columns, the doorway, the controlled movement from sunlight into shadow. These are part of a much older temple tradition.
A visitor did not simply walk inside.
The building guided the body.
First, the brightness of the open air.
Then, the column threshold. Then, the darker interior.
This movement was architectural, but it was also symbolic. To enter the temple was to leave ordinary space behind.
So the entrance was part of the ritual?
Yes, the entrance was not just functional, it prepared the mind. In temples like this, light, shade, stone, and silence all had meaning.
Taffeh was once located in Lower Nubia, a region that formed a cultural and strategic corridor along the Nile.
This was not an empty frontier.
People moved through this world constantly. Priests, soldiers, traders, laborers, officials, travelers, and local communities whose lives were tied to the river.
The temple stood within that movement.
It marked devotion.
It marked authority.
It marked continuity.
Small temples are sometimes overlooked because they do not dominate the landscape.
But they often tell us how power and belief worked at the local level.
That is why Taffeh matters.
It does not need the scale of Karnak or Abu Simbel to be significant.
Its importance is quieter.
It shows how Egyptian sacred architecture continued under Roman rule.
It shows how Nubia remained a vital cultural zone.
It shows how stone can carry history, even when inscriptions are limited.
What would this place have felt like when it was active?
There would have been heat on the outer stones,
cooler air near the inner chamber,
footsteps at the threshold,
the sound of the river nearby,
voices in more than one language.
Not a silent ruin,
a living place.
A temple was not only a building,
it was a carefully arranged environment for ritual, memory, and presence.
The architecture controls attention.
The columns slow the approach.
The doorway centers the view.
The chamber creates focus.
In that sense, the temple is a device for concentration.
It narrows the world.
The farther inward one moves, the more the outside disappears. The later history of Taffeh is just as important as its ancient one.
In the 20th century, the construction of modern dams threatened many Nubian monuments. Rising waters forced an international rescue effort.
Temples were documented, dismantled, moved, and reconstructed.
Stone by stone, the past had to be protected from disappearance.
Taffeh was one of the monuments saved during that period. Its survival is part of a larger story of preservation,
archaeology, and international cooperation.
This raises a difficult question.
What makes a monument survive?
The builders who first shaped it,
The priests who used it,
the communities who lived around it,
the archaeologists who recorded it.
the conservators who rebuilt it.
The answer is all of them.
Survival is never only about stone.
It is about human choices. So when we look at it now, we are seeing more than one history.
Exactly. We are seeing the ancient temple,
The Roman period frontier,
the Nubian landscape,
and the modern rescue of the endangered heritage,
the Temple of Taffeh is modest in size,
but vast in meaning.
it reminds us that history is not only found in the largest monuments,
Sometimes it is held in the doorway,
in a shadow,
in a worn column, in the careful placement of stones under a bright sky.
to study Taffeh is
To study continuity. Egyptian tradition continued under foreign rule. Nubia remained central, not peripheral. The Nile remained the road of life.
and even when the original setting was changed,
The monument continued to speak.
its presider did not simply walk inside.
The building guided the body,
First, the brightness of the open air,
then the column threshold.
then the darker interior.
The Temple of Taffeh dates to the Roman period in Egypt, but its architectural language is Egyptian. That combination is essential to understanding it.
Rome held political power.
But the sacred form remained Egyptian. The columns, the doorway, the controlled movement from sunlight into shadow.
These are part of a much older temple tradition.
A visitor did not simply walk inside.
The building guided the body,
First, the brightness of the open air,
then the column threshold.
then the darker interior.
This movement was architectural.
But it was also symbolic.
To enter the temple was to leave all